You believe in the tooth fairy. If you believe that businessmen happen along to a posh hotel in Manchester to hear any old Joe Soap lecture on the Irish economy and then have an impromptu whip around to give him something for himself. In normal life, you get gifts from your friends and you take loans from strangers. Yet, Mr. Ahern says he got loans from his friends and took gifts from strangers.
In the next clip from today's proceedings, Bertie Ahern here clarifies for Pat Rabbiite the situation with regard to his bank account or his lack of bank account.
Deputy Rabbiite asked me the question of did I have savings and did I have bank accounts. Well, I think I reflected on that. If I have to go into that, I will go into it. But can I say to him, he asked a fair question, did I have any bank accounts in my own name? I did, had several bank accounts in my joint names with my wife, but I wasn't using those bank accounts at the time of my separation until the separation was over. I had one account in my own name, which was a dormant account. You asked the question, fair question, but did I have accounts anywhere else? Did I have any accounts outside the state? Did anyone open accounts for me outside the state? The answer to that is no. I had no other accounts whatsoever. And I did operate for a period, a fairly long period, without bank accounts, and did keep that money in my own possession in that period. But I had no other accounts. I'll go into it in more detail if I press.
Joe Higgins had this to say about the Fianna Fáil PD coalition.
How nauseating, in view of all this, to see Fianna Fáil and the PD, the Taoiseach and the Taoiseach, reduce this whole controversy, this nexus of patronage and sleaze, to a cynical game of Scrabble, of bending and twisting words so that both parties can walk out claiming to be vindicated. Taking large amounts of money from business, says the Taoiseach today, was an error and a misjudgment. Not because it was wrong, not because there was a massive conflict of interest, but because it came out into the open and caused grief and consternation to the Taoiseach and his friends. And the Taoiseach and leader of the Progressive Democrats sits beside him and applauds that particular statement. So what the Taoiseach is doing today is propping up an unreconstructed Fianna Fáil party, totally unreconstructed, still defending Sleaze after 10 years of investigation. Was it for this that the Taoiseach flew to the tops of the lampposts all over Dublin to tell us we needed him in government to slay Fianna Fáil chancers? Well, that event has now been exposed for the hollow stunt that it was.
Your time is concluded.
He wouldn't dare repeat it at the next election. And the lampposts will be left to the... He might try, but at least nobody will believe him this time. And the lampposts will be left to the poodles of Ranelagh to do at the base what the Taoiseach is doing today to the alleged standards he defended when he climbed up on his ladder.